Hey guys, today's show is brought to you by Lee Thacker's One for Sorrow, volumes 1 through 8. Each volume is 100 pages for only $10 each, for a total of an epic 800-page story. It's what outstanding achievement is all about. Enjoy the book, and for now, enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Outstanding Achievement. I'm your host, Barry Windsor-Smith, and today we're continuing our look at monsters. I've already read pages 1 through 100, and things are just starting to get interesting. Our previous video, we looked at pages 20 and 21. So let's begin the video by looking at 22. Okay, we have McFarlane down here watching TV with the family. He's starting to have an inkling that something is not right. Something with that program that he signed the boy up for is under suspicion. We also get to see a bit of his family life. These are a nice, sweet black family in the 1950s dealing with the prejudices of the time. Now he's discussing with his wife the problems that he's having with his conscience, but she's very unreceptive to his concerns. She wants to understand, but she's not able to. We have the introduction of the Bobby Bailey character, the monster himself, which you only see in glimpses for quite a while. Now you see these comics with the comic books and panels. That actually is him searching for answers, as you'll see in a little bit. I don't think we have all the answers just yet, but we'll see where that leads. Now up here we have this cool panel that reminds me of something called Weapon X. In fact, this whole book seems like an older man's version of Weapon X. It's much more mature, much more cynical. It's just darker all over. Mother thinks that there's something wrong with her husband at this point. He has sequestered himself to a basement and he's spent weeks in there. Just searching those comics. Here he's ripping one of them in his frantic search for answers. He's on a leave of absence from his job, by the way. So here he is in the basement, looking disheveled. Something's not right. Really bringing up a bit on the sci-fi elements of the story now. It's not just the monster himself that is powerful in the traditional sense. As you'll see, it's also at least one other character, if not two. He talks to his wife some more. He's trying to reason with her. She says she'll be more understanding of him. But at the same time, once again, she can't get her head around things. He sounds like a crazy person. And he may be both a crazy person and the most sane person in the story. Now down here, I see this panel here? Yeah, this is my favorite panel of the book so far. I just love this layout. I love the transparency. and the double layering of memory and the present reality. Here's another great panel. I like what he does with the dead line weights. Sometimes they're dead, sometimes they're not so dead. Like, I love the hair up here. You can see all sorts of texture and beauty in that. You know, he's telling a story of his encounter with what he believes is a goddess. However, his mind is a bit unstable, so we'll see whether that's real or not as the book goes along. Here you go. This seems like almost a throwback to the other panel, but now it's full of liquid, and it kind of cuts off right around here and distorts their faces. Here's a little backstory on the family and what happened to them. I believe that the mother and father died, but they don't know why. Well, they know that he had shot like the family, but they don't know why he shot the family. There's the monster. Yeah, once again, look how very rarely you even see the main character of the story, the supposed main character of the story. All right, McFarland has come up from the basement and is acting normal. Emphasis on the acting. He's acting as if there's no trouble, and they're kind of teasing the mom, but after a few weeks of being ignored by her husband, staying in the basement, she's having none of it. She kind of snaps and yells at him and even slaps him in front of the children. He agrees to see a psychiatrist. At the same time, over at the project, they're getting inspected by the high-ranking military officer, the Austrian fellow. They're getting ready and they're moving him because there's such a stench from his body. It's rotting and disgusting. Okay, this is a throwback to something that's coming up. So keep your eyes peeled for this scene again. I didn't notice that the first time I read it, so we're getting something out of this re-look. All right, they're at a point where they've definitely reconciled as a couple. It seems they seem like a happy family unit. Girl's always adorable. Something is quite amiss. As the McFarland is leaving his family to go see the psychiatrist, he's leaving a note behind on the home sweet home sign. All right, they've been following McFarland. Like, he's been staying at home, and they've had a car parked outside of his house the whole time, spying on him and his family. And when he finally leaves the house to go see the psychiatrist, they say, "Get rid of the motherfucker." So they send another car out. And they are definitely up to no good. He suspects something is amiss, but he doesn't quite accept it just yet. At the same time, his wife finds the card and starts to read it. It turns out he's not any better. He's doing what he feels he has to do. He screwed over the Bobby character, and now he seems to be going back there. All right, as evil as these bastards are, they know he is a problem. They know he's a threat. And that's why they set these people out to kill him. Now, here's another awesome panel. Just a great beginning of Wreckage that's really realistic. I have trouble drawing a nice realistic car myself, let alone one with that level of damage on the side. It's very believable. Alright, so he draws his weapon. He takes a couple shots. The car speeds ahead. Alright, this seems to be broken down now. And all that, the truck comes along and bam, right into the other car that was chasing him. Here we go. Another awesome panel. Reminds me of Jeff Darrow almost, but his own style of a Jeff Darrow drawing. Right, and you'll notice it says American Homes on the side of the truck. I think there's some symbolism to that. Alright, so he's in the car. This one reminds me of Sin City with the glass the way it is. I think Frank Miller was attempting to do something that he didn't quite pull off, but here it definitely works. Alright, the little girl, she seems to know something is up. She seems to have inherited something from her father. Alright, then McFarland has shown up at the military base, and they won't let him through because he forgot to bring his credentials. So he draws his weapon and forces his way in. Now we're in the midst of the inspection. And these guys are not taking it very seriously. They're singing goofy songs, bringing him over on a forklift because he seems to be quite heavy. Bam. Look at that awesome shot. And look at the kneecap. I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing. He is a genius, and I definitely love him for a reason. And then we have the image that's blown up for the cover. I still don't have any answers on whether he colored it himself or if somebody added that to make it look cool. I like the irony of him calling him a grotesque looking creature when he has a metal arm and a missing eye. Alright, now he doesn't seem to get that this is actually the result of his experiment. In fact, he blames them on using disgusting Jewish stock to make their monster, and that's what must have gone wrong. He's a racist piece of shit. So, McFarland has rescued the monster, and that is his destiny in life. That's the words I'm looking for. Just to get the monster out of there. Okay, remember what I was saying about the flash forward earlier in the book? I believe it's referring to this. I might be wrong. That's a hunch I have, but that seems to be what's going on at that point. Whereas before I was like confused as to what was happening there. Now this is another awesome panel. I think the kayfabe guys had referred to the Akira image of the child from from the movie, at least. Some food for thought. All right, we're nearing the spot that I stopped reading at. All right, the girl is very traumatized because she has something like the shining, the second sight, and she senses that her father has been murdered. And somehow she overtakes the mind of this soldier who blows away the dude with the hand and the missing eye. And somewhere in the confusion, we get to the point that the monster seems to get away. The little girl has a moment with the ghost of her father almost, and she says, or rather, he says that she needs to do something for Bobby. What that is remains to be seen. But here's page 100, and we have the boy who does not look happy with what he's overheard. So we'll see where that leads. We haven't seen this page yet, but that is an amazing helicopter. I can't wait to keep reading. And down here, this reminds me of the end of Weapon X. You remember when he was wandering through the snow at the end? I actually drew them recently for the Weapon X project. I did the last 3 pages of the book, so I should be the last thing that anybody sees related to that book. Well, thanks for tuning in. Please check out this book. Let me flip out the cover here so you can see the cover for yourself here. It's called Monsters by Barry Windsor-Smith. I'm going to show you how thick this is. This is a huge tome. All right, so get that from the Fantagraphics website or get it from Amazon.com like me. That was nice and easy and on time. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Well, thanks for everything. Like and subscribe to the channel. Press the bell icon, yada, yada, yada. And we'll see you next time.